Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Am I wrong for telling my mum it wasn't cute or funny to dress me as a hot dog instead of a princess? So there's this new Target commercial going around where a little girl dresses as a hot dog, and it came on while my family was watching a scary movie. I'm home from college for the weekend and brought my boyfriend, and my mother decided it would be hilarious to mention that she'd made me a hot dog costume as a kid. Except the way she told the story, it was my request. She said that all the girls wanted to be a Disney princess, but I had asked to be a hot dog, and so she'd gone out of her way to make me that costume. This is not what happened, and I said as much. What actually happened is that I wanted to be Snow White, and had told everyone, including the teachers, that I was going to be Snow White. I was obsessed with that movie as a kid, to the point where I could actually get invested in doing chores because I was cleaning up just like Snow White. My dad and I would watch the movie all the time, and I was very excited to be Snow White for Halloween, especially because my ballet studio was doing a special princess dance for Halloween, and we'd all signed up for special princess slots. And I'd shown up early with my dad the week before so I could get to be Snow White. My mother decided that she wanted to be quirky and that Snow White was a bad role model after I got in trouble for trying to cook dinner for my family. I was about 8 and I tried to make hot dogs, like how she made food for the dwarves in the movie, and I made a mess. My mum surprised me on the day of this with a crappy hot dog suit and told me if I didn't wear it, she'll never let me watch Snow White again. She took a million pictures. The other girls teased me for months, and it was one of the most humiliating moments of my childhood. I told the real story and mentioned that I got through the day by pretending that she was the evil queen making me dress in rags, but the rags happened to be a garbage meat costume. She got really quiet after that, and after we left, my brother said she was crying and looking at the pictures from that Halloween. I didn't want to make my mum cry, but it's a shitty memory for me, and it felt like she was trying to humiliate me all over again in front of my boyfriend. Oh, why did the mum do that though? Why didn't the mum just dress her kid as Snow White when she knew how much they loved Snow White? I'm confused. Why did the mum force this person to dress as a hot dog? Was it supposed to be like a punishment kind of thing? Like you made a mess and you're trying to make hot dogs, so you gotta be a hot dog. Well, that's messed up. Teaching kids that they aren't allowed to make mistakes. That they'll be punished for every single mistake they make. That's messed up. I guess for the mum, she probably thought this was like a quirky memory and like something she can laugh about. But she really didn't know what this person went through as a kid, right? Getting teased as a kid and laughed at as a kid is horrible. As a kid, you just think that's the end of the world, okay? You just think this is forever going to be your life. As dramatic as it sounds, that's just what kids think. I get why this person was mad. And I'm glad she finally got it all out, you know? Because the mum probably still thought it was a funny memory and like it's a good memory, but for this person, it isn't. And I'm glad the mum finally knows. I mean, I do feel a bit bad because mum was crying because she probably thought, it's a fun memory, and I guess she didn't know how much it hurt her own daughter. I mean, like, I'm hoping she's crying because she feels bad about it. She better not be crying because she got put on the spot like that. All right, that's immature. She better be crying because she realized how bad she's made her own kid felt when they were a kid. Okay, like, I hope she feels bad. I hope she's not acting as a victim. That's why she's crying. Am I wrong for making my son pay for a new pizza when he didn't save any for the rest of the family? I have 2 kids, 14 and 17. My son has high functioning ASD, and honestly, most people cannot tell, but it comes out in certain aspects of his relationships, such as thinking about others, compassion, etc. My son also eats a lot of food, way more than someone for his age. He's not overweight in any way, so the doctors have not considered this a problem. Here comes the problem. For years when we ordered food, he has neglected to realize that the food we order is for the whole family, not just him. My husband and I have both spoken to him about this multiple times, and usually he just gives half-hearted apologies. We are working on this with his therapist, among other issues he has. On Friday, my daughter had work after school, so she drove herself there while my son took the bus home. He said he was hungry, so I ordered a pizza and told him to save some for his father and sister. I only took a slice. Usually my daughter does not eat much, 1 to 2 slices, and the same thing with my husband. That would have left him with 5 slices of a large pizza. About 2 hours later, my daughter comes home and sees the pizza box and starts bawling. She's usually not the one to complain about food and will usually just make her own food, but she did not have time to eat before work today, and during lunch she was making up a test, so she did not eat since breakfast. I was furious at my son and deducted the money for a new pizza plus a generous tip to the delivery driver from my son's bank account. My son saw and now he's pissed. My daughter thought it was the right thing to do, especially when this is about the 3rd time this has happened to her. My son's reasoning is that he doesn't work, so his only sources of income are for his birthday and Christmas. So my daughter should have paid since she has a job. My husband and I are both on the board with what I did, but I don't know, is my son right? No. Why doesn't he realize that he did something wrong though? How's he gonna be like, yes, I ate everything, but don't deduct from my bank account, deduct from hers? There was absolutely no need for him to finish the whole box of pizza. Okay, he has high functioning ASD, but that's not an excuse. And he was told to leave a few slices for his dad and his sister. The fact that he just didn't listen, that says a lot. Okay, it's just his personality, but it's definitely not because he has autism. Else that would just be such an insult for people who do have autism and they're selfless, right? Am I wrong for telling a stranger it was weird that they chose to sit next to me when the public transit was mostly empty? So today I was on the streetcar and it was nearly empty. About 20 seats were available. I was sitting by the window and this random stranger decided to sit right next to me. Naturally, I'm thinking, why sit right beside me when there are so many empty seats? So I said, why did you sit next to me? There are so many other seats open. It's just a little strange. The guy shot back with, do you own this seat? I can sit wherever I want. You're being unreasonable. I told him, sure, I don't own the spot. I just don't get why you picked the seat right beside me when there are plenty of others. He basically repeated his point. And at that point, I decided to just get up and move because I didn't want to escalate things. But in my mind, it felt like an unwritten rule of public transit that if there are lots of empty seats, you sit by yourself. They're not wrong because I'd be the same. I had the same thing happen to me. Like, why do some people do that? I don't get it. I was sitting in an empty train, okay? The cart was empty. And a man just comes in and then he walks over to where I was. He was like at the opposite side, but why would he come to my side to just sit next to me? There are so many seats. Sit somewhere else, okay? I don't want to smell you. I don't want anything to do with you. Sit somewhere else. If there's nobody in the carriage and it's just you and someone else, you should not sit next to them. Don't make someone uncomfortable, please. There are so many seats. Obviously, it's not illegal, right? The person doesn't own the seat, but it's only respectful that you don't sit next to them because you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. Because I was feeling so damn uncomfortable. Okay, like, why would this man sit next to me? And it's the fact that him sitting at the end, so I was in the middle. So that just means I have to walk past him to actually get out. Like, why would he do that? Seriously, why would he do that? I mean, I didn't say anything. I just got up and left. Okay, I just went to another carriage because that's weird. I was scared. Okay, it was just me in there. I was scared. But this person is brave for speaking up. The fact that they were actually like, why would you sit next to me? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.